All right, what's going on, everybody? We are live. I'm Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, bringing you all the best in PR and business strategies to help you reach the life of your dreams and to take experts and turn them into industry celebrities because it pays a whole lot better. So tonight we're going to talk about the success switch. What is the success switch? It is the ability to become more successful by implementing mindset, resources, books, things that are out there in order to evolve, to ascend, to elevate. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to one of my favorite nonprofits out there, Warriors of the Wind, run by Marine veteran Dallas Poor. Warriors of the Wind does all kinds of cool things for the community, including motorcycle training to help veterans with PTSD. I think it is a spectacular organization, and I want to give a big shout out to Ginger and David for sending me this awesome sweatshirt from the Warriors of the Wind clothing line. If you go to Really Designs, I want to say reallydesigns.com. I might have to double check that one. Let me stand by one. Let me verify. I just don't want to get the URL wrong because I love these guys. Really Designs. Okay. You can tell I'm super prepared. Reallydesigns.biz. That's why I check things. Okay. So if you go to reallydesigns.biz, you can click on partner shops and you can go to Warriors of the Wind and you can pick up Warriors of the Wind merchandise. Get yourself a nice fitted sweatshirt. Can't wait to rock this bad boy at the gym. But also, the partner shops get a cut of every purchase, which is great. So it's a win-win situation. You're helping the community, you're helping a nonprofit, you're helping veterans, and you're going to look good doing it. So check out Warriors of the Wind and either donate to their nonprofit or you can go to the Really Designs clothing site and pick up some clothes. All right, with that, let's talk about the success switch. What is the success switch? It is literally clicking a switch in your brain through education, training, mindset, discipline building. Essentially, it's programming yourself to be more successful. It doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be mental health. It could be being a better parent, being a better spouse, clinching a job promotion, finding a job that you love, creating an income stream. There are a lot of things that you can do to consider yourself more successful. So don't always think it's about money. But tonight we will talk about ways that will elevate you to where you can change your mindset, to where you can become more successful, where you can actually have the mind of a champion. And I'm going to share some of the things that I've done, some of the things that have helped me to accelerate towards the life of my dreams. Some of this is intuitive, some of it's not. But hopefully, even if you get one resource out of this, it'll help you. And let me know if something I teach you helps make your life better. Message me and let me know. I love hearing this stuff. So, right at the gate, let's go with number one, which is fix your money mindset. Too many business owners, too many veterans grew up impoverished, or they are pinching nickels together and they're terrified of ever spending money. And the more cheap they get, the harder it is to attract money to them. So I want you to think about that. The less you invest in your own business, the less you invest in other people, sends a direct message to the universe saying, hey, this person's repelling money. And I'm not saying to fling your money at things that you need for bills or your kids' food or things like that either. I'm saying don't fear scarcity. Don't fear running out of money. Use common sense. That's the bottom line. I'm not saying not to pay your utilities bill and, buy Alex Hormozy's shit offer. I'm saying that once you accept the fact that money is infinite, money is energy, money is always flowing, you're not going to worry about it as much. And you're going to attract the deals that you're looking for. The money mindset can be fixed in several ways. There are a lot of great books out there. I've been reading The Psychology of Money and a few other books about manifesting and some other hippie shit that's actually really helped out a lot. I grew up in a very impoverished household, raised by drug addicts and alcoholics. I went to school in moldy clothes. I had a lot of things in my head about money. I was always told, hey, we can't afford that. That's for rich people. What do you think we are? You know, made of money, blah, blah, blah. Oddly enough, the adults in my life could always find money for drugs. They could always find money for a six-pack. They could always find money to fucking go party and do stupid shit. It just goes to show what you put your mind towards, you're going to achieve. So I'm not bitter. So work on your money mindset. That's the first step to activating your success switch. And there's a couple of ways of doing it, but I would say this would be the most direct way. How many of you guys have not invested $50 into your business? Take a minute, think about that. And it could be buying a book for business. It could be buying a new piece of software, hiring someone to do some graphic design, hiring someone to do some temp work for your business, hiring someone as a consultant. But how many of you have not invested $50 in your business? If you don't invest in your business, why the hell should other people invest in you? I want you to think about that. So take the time, take $50 and put it towards something in your business, something that's specifically for business improvement. Maybe you file an LLC. Maybe you buy a business book. I'm going to recommend a few here in a minute. Maybe you buy an app. Maybe you negotiate a consulting call with somebody. Maybe you buy some graphic design. The point is, put some money into the universe, and that's the first step in changing your money mindset and getting rid of a poverty mindset. And do it in accordance to your available budget, okay? So like I said, don't put yourself in debt buying business shit. That's not how this works. You want to get comfortable investing in your business. Maybe buying some coaching, maybe buying a consulting call, whatever. But the people that repel money the most are the ones that are clutching it tightly, okay? Number 2 is Vybo. I've been telling you guys about this for months now. VYBO. Go on YouTube. Just type in Vybo, VYBO. Those videos have changed my life. And all it is, usually it's just summaries of really successful business books, but really cool graphics, really cool footage of people on yachts, sports cars, dressed really nice. It's very inspiring. You need inspiration. You need to hear how millionaires think. You need to hear how billionaires think. You need to hear about habits of 7-figure business owners. Vybo presents it in a dynamic and fun fashion, and it's cool to look at. Number 3 is Scott Oldford. Now, I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial. It's okay. You don't always have to agree with me. But I think Scott Oldford is about 1,000,000 times smarter than Alex Hormozi. And it astounds me that people sunk so much money into Hormozi's dog shit launch when they could buy 2 Scott Oldford books for like $130 and get so much more value, so much more tactics. Scott Oldford, and I'm not an affiliate. I'm not in any way associated with Scott Oldford outside of I interviewed him once, and I really like the cut of his jib. There's 2 books. There's The Nuclear Effect, which has the pillars of a 7-figure business. This literally tells you the nuances of sales and operations, marketing, team building, all the good stuff coming together to supercharge your business. And then Million in the Red. I paid $100 for Million in the Red. This talks about Scott being $1 million in debt by like 21. He was a child genius. He got rich really, really fast. And then he lost it all because he overexpanded and didn't take the time to practice business fundamentals. Million in the Red talked about how he clawed his way out of $1 million in debt. That's why it's called Million in the Red. and how he developed the mindset of a multimillionaire and became a multimillionaire. It is spectacular. Million in the Red's the best business book I have. Nuclear Effect's pretty damn good too, but they're two different types of books. Nuclear Effect is going to teach you the different components of your business that you have to develop. And Million in the Red is going to teach you the relationship between energy and money and how to let go of your money worries. And it does offer some really tangible business advice too, like solid business foundations. Million in the Red, I paid $100 for. I would have paid $500. It's that good. So anyway, that's tip number 3 for your success switch. Number 4 is understanding your strategy up level for your business. Too many people get up every day and they just hope good things happen to their business and they have growth and a bunch of people will reach out to them and they make sales, blah, blah, blah. But do you have an actual growth plan? Do you understand what your business would run like if it was making 6 figures? If it was making 500,000, 300,000, $1 million? These all require different size teams. These all require scale. These all require differences in marketing, branding. So just take your business. You know about how much you're making every year, roughly. How would you double it? And this is a great exercise, but this is your upload. How do you double what you're making right now? Do you get more expensive? Do you get better results? Do you pump more money into Facebook ads and marketing? Do you fucking join ClickFunnels? God, I hope you don't. What would take your business and double it? And there's no easy answer, and there's no the answer is going to change regardless, person by person. You know, a bakery is not going to have the same strategy as a freaking car wash. ChatGPT can help a lot with this conceptually. Enter in as many variables as possible about your business, and it'll kick out answers. And number 5 is something I call 10-10. I recently renamed this to 10-10. But essentially, it's like the pumpkin plan where Mike Michalowicz just talks about getting rid of the worst influences in your life and building up rapport with the best 10% of influences in your life. So when I say 10-10, I want you to think about something. Think about the worst 10% of people in your network, your audience, your fandom, your friends list from Facebook, whatever. Think about the people that are always complaining. They're always unhappy. They're always blaming someone else. They're always pissed at their ex. They're complaining about life. And get rid of them. They have bad energy. They're draining you. They're dragging you down. They're not positive. They're not like Rob. They're not happy every day. All they're doing is complaining. Maybe they got shit attitude. I've had veterans I've reached out to, and their first comment to me is, "What the hell do you want?" And I cannot block them fucking fast enough. I don't put up with that shit at all. Veterans, if you come at me with a shitty attitude, you're getting blocked. And don't try and act like I'm the asshole. I'm not putting up with anybody's bad energy these days. I don't give a fuck. You need to surround yourself with positive people. You do. And so if you cut the worst 10% of people, the ones that are always complaining, the ones that are arguing about politics, the ones that are just making your Facebook feed miserable, or they're always sharing just doom and gloom news stories and blaming people or hate women, they just have problems, emotional problems, get rid of them. That's it. That's the solution. And then think about the best 10%. Think about the people that are successful and balanced and have great families and that are comfortable in their own skin and that have good energy, make you laugh every single day. You know, Pat Kirby and Brian Jones and Trish Leto, they make me laugh every time I see them because they always are exuding great energy. My friend Yuj Kim, Korean Batman, he is one of the most positive people I've ever met in my life. And if he wants to hang out with me, I will always say yes, even though he takes me to some dodgy ass places. I still love him. But the point is, think about the best 10% of people in your feed. Think about the people that really bring joy to your life. that really go out of their way to keep you positive, keep you laughing, keep you in a good mood. The Lori Wagners of the world, the Coach Nick Devlins. What are you doing to build your rapport with them, and what are you doing to support them? Because they probably need energy too. They probably need somebody in their corner cheering them on, saying, hey, you're a fucking cool person. So this is my challenge. Get rid of the bottom 10%. Let them go be fucking miserable somewhere else. I usually don't cuss this much, especially before I'm drinking. Just go with it. And then build up rapport with your best 10%. The people that always make you happy. The people that pump you up. The people that you get excited when you hear that they're going to be somewhere. The Kalikas and the Jonathan Toths and the freaking, Brett Davis and Marie Waite and James. And there's just so many great people out there, especially in San Diego. I've met some wildly fun people in the last couple months. It's great. But the point is, build rapport with your best 10%. Surround yourself with the best. Cut out the people that are miserable. Get rid of them. They are draining your energy. They are keeping you down. Crabs in a bucket. They're always complaining. And sometimes those people are family members. I have family members I've talked to in 20 years. Prison did a good job of keeping us apart. They went, not me. Let me be really clear on that one. But the point is, it's okay to get rid of family members if they suck. I have a lot of family members that weren't great people. Many of them were criminals. I left Humboldt because I had to get away from all the negativity. I had to get away from people who weren't doing shit with their lives. And it's not indicative of all of Humboldt County. There's some great people there too. I'm just saying, a lot of people around me just didn't give a shit. That's okay. I did. I had great ambitions. So anyway, I'm going to summarize this, wrap up, dismiss the class. Hopefully this is giving you some ideas, some things to think about. Throw me some comments if you like what I'm saying. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. I actually prayed for you today. You asked for prayer, and I prayed for you. I'm not even religious, but it's important. Support your friends. God listens. All right. So to summarize the 5 ways to activate your success switch. Work on your money mindset. Don't be scared to invest in your business, even if it's a little bit, like $50. Watch Vibo videos on YouTube, VYBO. They're free and they're amazing. Get a Scott Oldford book. They're both incredible. Million in the Red, Nuclear Effect. These will change how you do business. These will change how you run your business. Figure out what your up level is. If your business is making twice as much next year, what would the marketing look like? What would the sales look like? What would your social media look like? Think about what it takes. And finally, cut out the bottom 10% of people in your network and build rapport with the top 10% of people in your network, people you love. Before I sign off, I just want to say we have 2 more issues of Shift left in the year. I am selling Shift advertising, whether you want the cover, whether you want a feature, whether you want an ad. I have very, very affordable rates. The real value of Shift, I mean, besides getting your business featured in here, all these great people, is the partnership. I take care of my advertisers. You're going to be shouted out on social media, and I mean everywhere. You're going to be on Facebook. You're going to be shouted out on Instagram. You're going to be, I'll make TikToks about you. I'll probably put you on Pinterest. I might even write about you in Reddit if I can find a room that fits your niche. I'll probably write a business article about you, and I will definitely, you'll see yourself on Facebook a lot. I take very good care of my advertisers. I don't charge a lot. I don't charge over $1,000 for a page. Covers $3,500. And if you guys are interested in advertising with Shift, just message me. We got 2 issues left. I'm going to be putting up some specials, but it's a great way to get your business seen. Anytime I write about the magazine, I will write about your business. I will shout you out, and I'll create specialized content for you. That's a promise. I do it with every one of my advertisers. I don't care if I have 20 advertisers. You're all getting shout outs. You're all getting promoted on social media. It's what I do. And for those of you guys that buy a page or more, I will get your name on the cover. That's a promise. All right. That's all I got for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, offering you the best in PR from San Diego. as always, stay famous. See you next time. Love you guys.